Riverbend Nurseries. So today we're going to be talking about how to trim your Forsythia bush. These are Forsythias right here, and I've been out here already this morning with my son kind of clearing out some brush that was starting to grow underneath. So I thought it'd be a great time to show you guys, in case you don't know, how to properly trim Forsythia so that it'll have more blooms for you next spring. The reasons that you want to trim back Forsythia in April to May after it stops blooming for spring is because it's going to help keep it a healthy plant overall. Also, if you need to trim it back for size purposes, especially if you have Linwood Gold variety, which is what this is right here. Linwood Gold can get to be about 8 feet tall by 8 feet wide, so that kind of just keeps it a little smaller if you need to keep it trimmed up a little bit. And then my favorite reason, the reason that I do it mostly, is because it's going to help produce more blooms next spring if you prune it now. Okay, so before we get started, we're going to be cutting back a third of the stems approximately on the Forsythia. So you're going to be looking for any stems that are damaged or broken or dead, anything like that. If there are any stems that are just going really cockeyed that you want to cut, you can cut that one, or if they're crossing over each other, you can cut one of those. And they're going to be cut to the ground, so we're going to be cutting a third of the stems back to the ground. So by cutting a third of the stems back to the ground, that's going to help the Forsythia keep its graceful shape that they're so known for. Okay, so now you can see I've trimmed these back. This is about as much as I'm going to trim them. I don't want them to be too small because I do have a really nice area by the fence where they fit nicely already. So I trimmed a third of them back to the ground, and then I also just kind of pruned some stems that were getting just really long and unruly, a little bit taller than what I wanted. One last tip about pruning Forsythias. You definitely want to prune them after they have finished blooming around April to May. Don't prune in summer or fall or winter because they're actually already starting to make their little buds form inside of the stems. And so by trimming them later on in the year, you're actually going to be lessening your blooms for next spring. So even though you can't see the buds forming yet, they're already forming inside that stem. So what kind of questions do you have for us about pruning Forsythia or any other gardening questions? Please feel free to ask them below, and thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.